So I don't know how to properly introduce this. I am working on a cover song, which I'm excited about. I haven't worked on a cover song quite like this since I think Illuminate, which was several years ago.
In a world that is losing hope, yeah. You make the world come alive. You make the world come alive.
The thing I wish I had done with Illuminate was have better transitions. So this one, I'm looking to do better transitions in between points. So this is by Forrest Frank and Crowder. And I don't know what the song is called properly because it hasn't been released yet, but give a little snippet. This is the making of the song, so, or a little peek of the gist of it. So, let's hop back to the beginning.
Direction. Here we go.
I put my faith in Jesus. I put my trust in God. All of the ground is sinking sand.
Okay, so right out of the gate there, we got this guitar, and I didn't think too hard about it. I went with Electric Mint. I tried Sunburst Deluxe, but this just kind of had that cool sound. So let's see. Those are the chords. So I started with that. I adore muted sounds in guitars. So I put this up there. And then I thought, well, this would be, I had this idea of kind of like storms and water because they talk about storms and water. Let's see. It features Crowder. We can skip ahead to Crowder's verse real quick. Take a peek at that. Only one can save my soul. Only love that never let go. Only anchor in the storm. Okay. Has a cool little distorted vocal double. And he has a slightly different, well, the drums are different in this one. He's saying there weren't drums in Forrest one, but there were. I just kind of skipped that part. It's right here. I'm standing on the rock. Here we go. Okay, so I'm just calling it rock right now for my purposes. So that's almost like, it's like a drum and a bass in one. I'm not sure what he's using there, but it's been fun to reverse engineer. And then when Crowder comes along, it's a little bit more of the acoustic, not acoustic. We got like a sort of hip hop sound, and then Crowder also works in that, but he's mixes it with like I don't know, folk, bluegrass, rock, and you can kind of get some of that in there. And he has a little bit of an echoey. Got a delay on there. So with these elements, so we're starting with the guitar. That was the foundation of it. So the 8th toolkit, all right? That was my, let me hide my video window because it's large and distracting. Okay, so I went the 8th toolkit. Muted, and that basically repeats through the whole song, so I will probably keep that. Now there is a chance of doing it with let's say another sound, which is, let's see, would be a more open. I don't know if I want to go that crunchy. I'm thinking of a more mellowed thing, and what better way to mellow things out than with a bunch of vocals. So here's what I did. I think. Let's see. I put my faith in Jesus. I put my trust in God. All other ground is sinking sand. So I'm standing on the rock. I'm standing on the rock, 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 rock. You're saying, where's the percussion? It's missing. Now, here's where I get into transitions a bit, which is something that I hadn't done with, as I said, with Illuminate. I may actually go back and revisit Illuminate because I think this needs an intro, because it starts with a chorus, and then I've kind of sequenced it in the way that they did the Instagram back and forth. So it starts with the chorus and then Crowder's verse, and then there's a verse from Forrest, which is challenging timing wise for me. So there's that. But what was I saying? Oh yeah. Transitions. So it's tempting to just cut in with a drum sound, and I'm using a couple different drums. And this is the lovely Drum Labs. I haven't talked about Drum Labs. I'm not a great drummer, but I can sort of flail about and produce something listenable to for the most part. So okay, and I just realized you can't see the Drum Labs because it's over here. There we go. So it's a mix of acoustic and I think some electronic. It's it's a blend of different sounds. So I have it on fat because I like the sound of that kick. And so the point was not to completely duplicate, but to somewhat replicate. And so I have this other sound, which is a little more reminiscent of that. So I'm using a contact library for this second sound. So it's tempting to just jump into that because we just have the it's a pretty simple pattern. Like I said, I'm not a great drummer, but I can flail about it. Okay, it sounds kind of scary like that in context. So I'm standing on the rock. I'm standing on the rock. Yeah, I'm standing. So, and then I did a like Crowder's verse an octave lower, a little delay on it. Soul, only love and never let go, only anchor in the storm. His promises never. So that's kind of, and I'm not having any bass in there because that sort of sub hit has basically all the bass we need in that, and then transition and variation is the key. So I don't want to. It needs a lot of work, so I'm not just going to kind of tease it and thumbs up if you want me to finish it. I'm going to finish it anyway. But yeah, that's where it sits right now. Well, probably when the song comes out later this week, I will have some more ideas. It needs an intro for one thing because this. Well, I can spoil it. There's this line from the way this melody works. Only one who can save my soul, only love that never let go, only anchor in the storm. I'm going to use probably a phrase from there, or if there's another part of the song that's interesting, I'll borrow an idea from like For King and Country and have like a vocal chop that shows it. But instead of being, I'm referencing, it's not an exact copy. I'm making this my own thing. So I will take some kind of phrase that naturally comes up in the song somewhere and maybe condense it and have that as like an intro and possibly an outro as well. We'll see. Or it could end up being just like this, but that's where it goes. That part, I'm almost done here, but that part, let's see, I think I did 4 parts for the vocals. So, and then I have just a light reverb on it. I put my trust in God. All other ground is. I want to try hocketing that, and hocketing is when you do. So I just do and then and to record them separately. Usually you can do it with. Sometimes you can do it with 2 people. It's just that separation of notes. It's really fun doing it with another person. And the person goes back and forth, and you just put it together. But anyway, so that is the basic nature of where this is going. So, yeah. We now return to your regularly scheduled program. Home Studio Quickies is coming back. I'm answering a question about turning up the volume on The Gentleman. So look out for that. Stay curious.